So one little meta comment that this comes before the battle tutorial, most likely, but we'll see because anything could happen between now and the next 12 hours. So I don't know if I was gonna plan to make a comment, but hey, we're here now. So Harbinger and the thumbnail should be as said, but there's a reason why, and I'm picking ill-fated consciously, but kind of randomly, but it is conscious. I believe Kathak as well. So as we get into Kathak, ill-fated character exclusive perk cards, let's end my meta commentary and focus on the point of this video, because in my mind, well, I wouldn't say Nails is the most is the hardest mystery. I think it can definitely be up there. It really depends though, because you do fight something else. So I'll show 2 runs as we get Takshisan, Charisma, Light, Dexterity, second encounter, and maybe second mystery, if that even matters at all, assuming I make it there. But I will, so unlike the teacher video, which I did for the mystery first and last, Nails, as you'll see, is treated a bit differently, which is why I'm going to take it third. And we'll see what I decide to do. I do usually plan these things out, but in this particular instance, so I'm going to show you, well, we'll see. We'll have to get Nails first, so let me make sure. I did forget what the icon was, because I'm still learning the icon of the new mysteries. I feel like I'd be able to figure it out, but let's see if I see it immediately. No. Or maybe I did. Again, I need to get really used. That's Metamorphosis. That is not Nails. Is it that one? No, it's not. That's Footage. None of those. Yeah, we can sit here for a while. Because I might as well learn... I mean, this is something that you might want to learn too, because it applies to the Fatalist backstory. And if you don't know what backstory that is, don't worry. If you're planning on unlocking a lot of things in the game, or everything in the game, then you'll eventually run into it. That's Ramen over on the right. Ramen over on the right. That's... Why can't I find Nails? Am I going crazy? I am going crazy. Let's see here. That's painting, because that's picture of Mount Fuji. I found Recluse, but that's not what we're looking for. Again, I'm at least practicing this out so you get to know what I'm learning in the process as well, because I know what kind of player I am, and I know what I may or may not be strong in. As a general player, this doesn't apply to World of Horror. On top of me just speaking clearly at all. Was that it? That might have been it. I think that was it. I just skipped past it, unfortunately. So, I'm going to try to make sure, because I'll try to zoom in on anything that I haven't realized. That is footage. So, I keep, because it looks like a nail filer or something. That's why I keep thinking it is, but it's not. That's Scissors. I think Nails either has a picture of a person, quote unquote. Yeah, I think that's Nails right here. So, Nightmare News of the Noisy Nails has a picture of a person like this. But anywho, I do want to look at the run as a whole, because you do need to look at the mystery as part of the 5 mysteries in the context of an entire run. So, Botanist, Footage, Nails, Ward, Scissors. Oh my goodness. Please tell me I picked Illegal Den, especially now that I have Ward. I guess we're going to find out. I'll do Footage now. I would like to do Botanist and Footage back-to-back, but we have 2 boss mysteries here. So, yeah, I guess the plan is now, I'm swapping on the fly, but the plan is now on the second run, I'll take Nails last. We'll see if that actually works. And unfortunately, I picked Hardware Shop. This is going to be, possibly painful, at least Doom-intensive. I'm deciding... Oh, well, let me check the threat levels. Forest, Village, Max, and High seems to be apartments? No? Why am I going crazy? Downtown. Nails does take me downtown, school, and into the hospital, mostly, along with the killer encounters, which is a special investigation, but what else did I... Botanist and Footage, right? So, that's looking to be a forest, police station patrols in the forest. I don't know what... I'm trying to call it something shorter, to not waste my breath, but... And hurt your ears, I guess, is what the more important thing is to consider, but hey, at least we use the police station. I could grab... I also forgot to grab 1 funds. I think I forgot to do almost everything, so that's not good. But we still want to open this up. I'm gonna pop this now. I only pop this now because, and you know, on average, 2 stamina, 8 experience. That's an okay encounter. Also, I'm not ill-fated. Good to remind me of that. But Yeah, I wouldn't advise anyone to use the anatomy book unless you have a plan. I wouldn't say an infinite. I'm sure there's still an anatomy book infinite. For those who don't know, there are currently still, I think there are still loops in game that you can do. The spoiler character notwithstanding, there are still infinites. So, of course, you have to roll them, and you could die in the process of rolling them. That's why I don't mind them as much, but I still wouldn't use them myself. Now, you, the player, can do anything you want, but I won't. So. And if they come up, again, they're not all of them are as situational as you think, but you do still have to hope for 2 RNG to some extent, at least. Anywho, 8 knowledge is pretty cool here, but I have to carry the Curious Statuette. We're ill-fated, so maybe I shouldn't have taken that. At least not until I have first aid. But we'll see, because the game just wants us to roll, and if I die in this run before I even reach nails, that would be funny, but I'll figure out what to do. I mean, if you're watching this footage, I must have reached nails, right? Spoiler warning kind of ish, but at least reaching nails would be good. That way I don't have to feel as bad. That being said, a flying Totoro going closer to me is your cue to brace. Otherwise you take, I can't remember if it's bonus damage, but you definitely take burns, and we don't want that. And while some could, he flies closer again, fine, but yeah, we do miss that. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I've actually run into that 3 times in a row. Anywho, maybe Totoro, but definitely not other encounters where that would be a lot more dangerous, but so be it. 12 experience for about 5-ish doom, I think. Too risky because ill-fated, and that's stamina, so I don't mind it as much. Reason, until I get first aid with Mimi, that's usually my thought process, although I did take that there. I don't want to lose too much stamina, because there are stamina encounters in the forest as well. But, or I could just die, and, you know, it's only been 6 minutes, we'll rush into another run. So, it is bad, but it's not that bad. I guess we're doing 3 runs, so I guess I'll try to speed back to where I was. The illegal den wouldn't have helped me there, so we'll do 1 more ill-fated, and if for some reason this fails, then sadness. Also, wasn't I on Kathak? I think I was on Kathak. Anywho. We'll zoom past this. Second, strength, light, dexterity, knowledge, and Takshisan, I think. Doesn't matter. I usually try to brute force the lighthouse because I am as I am, unless I'm really, really concentrating. But, library notes for a spell. Third eye, fine. First aid would have been very helpful. I wouldn't have died, but when the game doesn't give me first aid, I think, well, anatomy class is a good perk, but I would still prefer, the thingy. Really? I didn't see the rumor one. There we go. We got it. And let's do that. Oh, my eyes. Let's go for nails. So we do have it. Nails, mermaids. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to do that. I guess we're doing sailors first. I misclicked. Okay, well, that's still fine for now. We can visit the history club to avoid a mishap. The question is what item I'll get. I guess, I mean, if it's to avoid timeline B, fine. But forgot what I was completely talking about. Anywho, moving on. We're on ill-fated. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, I was talking about the perks. So yeah, perk-wise for Mimi, just to talk about Mimi for a bit. Really? Forest and Village again? I don't even know what mysteries I have. We do have Seaside, so I'll lower Seaside for now, but oof. But yeah, I would rather prefer First Aid over Anatomy class. Although, Anatomy class is good. I would say they're tied if I'm being really objective, but I just like the 2 reason healing because, again, if you haven't heard me say it before, I believe I lose more reason. And I just died to reason, so therefore, I think I have some leeway of saying that. Also, because this enemy is taking bonus damage, we'll just prep attack, which is what Mimi can do even on a Harbinger, because Mimi stuff. But really, stats, if we're looking at it, we're ill-fated. And a lot of... is it me or a lot of guaranteed outs of events? That's the best way I can phrase it. Do they just remove reason? I'm losing more reason here, so that doesn't make me happy, but it would be nice if you were weak against this. You're not. So if you drain too much HP, thankfully it doesn't for now. Can I do anything else? Not really. The question is if I can brace into a strong. If I can, I might be able to save resources, but I can't, so I would like to trade 2 stamina for 1 reason. That doesn't look like it's going to happen, so hey. So I guess me dying during the recording is my little way of not spoiling too many things, although if I die too much, I mean, there's only so much I'm willing to die before I don't show you things. But, I mean, indirectly, I'm not going to be taking nails first, so you know, that is something to consider when you're going through the mystery. So me dying outside of Nails, I could have taken Nails and not died to being stuck in a forest. Although the risk is that you die to the boss in Nails, in my opinion. But otherwise, yeah. On the other hand, in this reality, I died in the forest. So maybe I could have taken Nails first. That does get rid of a boss immediately. But hey, really, more reason here, you silly cat. 90%, yeah, so... And unfortunately, Mimi doesn't do as well here, which is why I would normally take Nails later with Mimi. Now, if I had like 3 or 4 boss mysteries in a row, and that's assuming one of them is probably like, I don't know, Festival. I wouldn't want to take Festival first normally, but if I have to, I have to. Also, we are on Timeline B, so let's throw this torch, quote-unquote throw this torch, and move on, because we don't actually lose the torch. First aid would be really nice, though, and I thankfully get it, but we need to increase strength because bracing will be much more valuable later on. In my opinion, that's not always the case, and in fact, it isn't the case. I just believe it to be so, and when I'm in the moment, then I kind of lament whether or not I have a non-strength stat. But anywho, what else did we have? Vigil, Ramen. Vigil into Nails, that seems to be the plan. I have first aid, so I'm less afraid of Reason, and anything else, you know, I don't lose Reason from running away at the moment. That could be a status effect to use, but for now, because at least in Nails you're in town, so I can take Vigil, get hurt, and then rest in town, assuming no fetid fumes, but at least I would still have the freedom of doing things in town. That being said, I am Mimi, and the thing about Mimi, Yumiko, Moriko, and any other character that would start with a weapon, custom characters included. Oh, I would like to equip that, but that would result in me losing 4 stamina immediately, so... I don't want to throw the torch either, so we'll store that for now. Did I run into a second encounter yet? I feel like I did, because I ran into something, and then I ran into the cat, Canis. That's the name, because I have to remember it for the thing. Unless, I mean, I know which one I fought second, I'm pretty sure. So, anywho. Yeah, we're ill-fated, so we have to get lost here. And then we take 3 stamina damage, and now I feel better about equipping the Demon Mask. So, away we go. And yeah, and right after first aid, though, I would like to take Anatomy class to kind of swerve the conversation. And that also means that any encounter that does reason damage, you take less reason damage because you're going to heal. As would be... You know, as it would be playing Warrior using certain skills in Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, I'll just name drop it because it's too late. So, hey, I shouldn't get holes here. Okay, good. So, 9 stamina, 6 reason. Fine, so be it. I think I barely... no, I think I had 24 HP and below. Says someone who should know the HP scaling of every... Well, I do know the HP scaling. I don't know the exact HP values of every encounter, if you were to ask me. By the way... we should be on normal stats. That would be weird, because I didn't set anything through the character settings. I also have a lot of Doom to spend, but I've already done the Vigil. I mean, I could opt to fight this old man. Yeah, I guess I might, right? So, he has about, what, 40? I think he has exactly 41. 41. So, 41 HP, and I have to go through this. Defeating him takes experience. Does this count? I know I get a non-ending A, but I don't really care as much about that, because if I get experience, then it's well worth it. So, we'll sacrifice a guest for better or worse, and for 4 Doom, we should be out. So, let's just be sure. It's been a long time since I've done something like this, so yeah, I get at least 14 experience, and then the old man is taken away, but that is not ending B, because, or an ending A, because I unfortunately sacrificed a guest too. So, away we go. I think Canis was our second encounter. If it wasn't, I'd be kind of flabbergasted. What do we have? Why did I forget this? Where would I need... I mean, I guess Outdoorsman, if nothing else. So, we'll do that. And let's heal as much as possible. I should have taken experience. I saw that it was at my max... I was at max reason too late. Nails, Mermaids, Ramen. We can burn the school down in Mermaids, so let's take Nails now, because this is a guaranteed boss encounter, I believe. Unless I'm mistaking something. And let's just head on. I do have things in the storage, so I should probably take them out. So let's do that really quickly as I do this. Oh, I never got the anatomy book. That's why things feel... that's why my Doom is a lot lower. Anywho. We'll bring the torch to have a light source just in case we run into an event like that. And arguably keep... Oh, why did I do... I'm on ill-fated! That's always gonna happen, man. Anywho, I mean, third mystery, 36% doom. We're doing pretty good. So we'll just take the out there because we're ill-fated. And yeah, deal with this. However, yeah, we're gonna do a non-ending A, I think. As we just amputate the limb. And move on. Mimi's events, yeah, I don't remember all of Mimi's events, but if they're... I know a lot of them, or... Yeah, a lot of the... 2 or 3 of them have, like, doom increases. I think one of them is guaranteed doom increases, so it's like... Take doom, I guess, but heal reason-ish. So... Oof. So into the mortuary we go. Are we prepared? Yeah, we're as prepared as we're going to be. And I think both of the... Well, both bosses that you could encounter here are human. I could handcuff this... I probably should, all things considered. I should be able to brace into something reliably. Yeah, 7 knowledge, 8 strength means scalpel. Well, with the base item stats, should be able to, you know, be cool here. Brace prep attack for perfectly fits. I know that because yeah, prep attack is 99, and then brace is as is. And then we should be able to get out next turn. And yeah, we're definitely fine. Yeah, the 3 damage increases, or the increase to 3 damage into 4 if we took this 4th mystery onward, is kind of tough. Although in that case, I guess I would handcuff whatever boss I was fighting. I'm pretty sure they're both human. I guess we'll find out in the second run. But we'll take mermaids now, because burning the school down, gotta get rid of those burns. If we plan to do so. Also, I think I could have cast this. Yeah, I could have. Whoops. I mean, I'm ill-fated, but the time boost would have been nice. But here we are. So this is ultimately a diary. Is it worth it, though? I think it is. Ultimately, we're going to be losing stamina. Probably one reason. Unless I just go out of my mind and do this. 64%. Because 80 into 80. 1 is guaranteed. Again, this is where player expression will matter, but I'm just gonna play it safe and do this. And then we'll defeat the encounter next turn, because even if, yeah, my HP gets drained, which it doesn't here, yeah, we can get out. So, the occult diary we might as well use. I've been prone to forget things in the storage, so let's not do that. And move on. But that's, I mean, I understand why that encounter specifically gives you the occult diary, because you'll lose all. But the upside is that if you're a character who becomes, or you are strong in encounters at the moment, then yes, you can just take that fight, and ultimately all that happens is doom decreases. Maybe you lose -1 all, but really your doom decreases, so... Again, you have a handful of ways to decrease doom as of 1.0, but they're not always all readily available. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to investigate the school just to run into that in an encounter at all, really, in general terms. Do I get this, by the way? I don't think I get this. I'd have to go out of my mind. 7, 17... And then 9. I actually can go for this. I have to hit this attack, though. Do I want to hit this attack? I mean, I've done nails, so I've done one run where I wanted to complete things. The rest of this is just a Harbinger run. But if nothing else, I hope you stick around to see what, you know, if not to learn anything, just to have fun watching what happens to me. So, this should be 9. Yeah, 9 to 9. That's not guaranteed, though, because certain enemies have higher power, but hey. And we'll increase knowledge, because I'm pretty sure I had a stat... knowledge check at the lighthouse. We'll increase knowledge for the sake of the lighthouse, because ill-fated doesn't affect me there, and thankfully I have anatomy class, so phew, my reason increases for, you know, feeling good about not looking at something. And then we'll burn the school down. So, we're top of the lamp, I guess, just in case robots go crazy on me because of saying certain things, but hey, price hike, I could go for a pack of cigarettes, that would be really nice. But for now, let's go to ramen. Yeah, we can toss the anatomy book, and we can toss whatever else we might want. Probably a brick, but we'll do this to grab funds to get a pack of cigarettes. In fact, I'm gonna go to Witch's Tree. Again, I don't really care about the rest of the run, although Blood Frenzy is a heck of a thing. Intimacy Look would have helped earlier, but hey, we're outside of mermaids now. And we'll gamble 1 investigation and then smoke the cigarettes, even though so good call. Because I lost reason and I didn't run into an encounter. So I didn't waste 1 cigarette, if you care about 1 cigarette, and I healed reason, which is, a thing as well. So we'll just check the back room, because otherwise we lose reason. Even though, yes, I have first aid, I still don't want to lose reason. Normally, anyway. We'll throw this away to get meat for Ramen's ending A. And we should be good. Unless my Doom shoots up by 20%, we should be able to just even brute force the Lighthouse. That way I can just get into the next run immediately and do nails last, which won't probably be great, but I've chosen to do so. If I die, I mean, funny enough, that would be good too, but hey. But we should be getting out. Ramen is a relatively less difficult mystery in terms of the mystery itself. However, the encounters you can run into with the base world of horror events and enemies can be a heck of a thing, because Rioter, or Miku, or Rioter. So, Lost Bath shouldn't matter though. I should still survive reason-wise. The question is if I survive stamina-wise. I should though. I've secured 6 stamina in the way of 8 strength and 8 knowledge, so we'll just mash through because I don't really need to pay attention, so I'll probably... Do I have the 6th floor? Yeah. So I'll pay attention during the last floor, and Takushi-san here, who's doing 5 damage to me, but I do a bunch of damage to him, so he didn't even he didn't even get an attack in. That is Demon Mask plus Blood Frenzy, but moving on. I should have actually used a light, but we didn't have the charisma check, so we should be fine here. And then we have the second encounter check, which I said was Canis. Otherwise, yeah, it was wrong. So, anyway, into our next run. And we'll do actually... Yeah, we'll switch characters, so let us move on to Miku. Harbinger of Doom, hunted by the cult. Let's just turn random item stats on. Go for Broke and Herald, please. So Herald, hunted by the cult, character exclusive, random item Miku perks. Oh my goodness. They all have, the 3 characters in a row all had M in their names. Come on. Light, knowledge, Takushi-san, second, maybe strength, although I'd like it. If I don't get it, so be it. Moving on. Yeah, but Mimi, Miku, and Moriko, says someone who is, says that Miku is their second main and proceeds to forget what her name was. Yeah, but let's move on. So, let's look cool and move on. And look for nails, obviously. We'll try to take nails last. And I should be able to remember it at a glance. Although, let's be sure that's bulletin, because it's a bulletin of a person. This is nails right here. So, nails, coma, painting, festival, and flood. My goodness. Well, we can take painting fourth. Coma, festival, flood seems to be where I'm gonna go. So, let's go. Because if we get Festival Timeline B, that will put us in a better position for Flood, stat-wise. Because I would want to get the Spiral Hood. Let's store this guitar. The only reason I don't use the guitar as much is because it increases Doom as well. And I'm normally not resting. On an easier difficulty, you see more use. Because Doom decreases, and decreasing after the increase of stats is to Miku's favor. But obviously, on Harbinger, that doesn't happen as much, so you have to value every... If you could avoid increasing Doom, you would usually choose to do so. So, here I'm taking a bit of a gamble, because my Doom has yet to hit 20%, but it does rise there, so we're fine. We'll trade a Jar of Blood, and I should have actually gotten 1 fun for 2 Doom. Forgot to do that, because commentary. On a tangent note, if anything happens and I should have been doing certain things, just know that I normally, again, this doesn't apply to everyone, it's just a self-choice I make to improve on myself, in that if I end up not doing something, it's on me, mostly, to make up for things that I didn't do, or it's on me to accept the failure that I've failed to do something. Obviously, that's not always the case, but I hold myself to a standard, so obviously it would take something really, really insane, like someone, doing something to me in real life and physically stopping me. So, I mean, obviously that would be on the offender, but you know, otherwise, you know, things that are in my control or even not blatantly in my control, I feel like I have a responsibility to do things. So, and this has come up because of more than more than a few things, and it applies to several aspects of my life. So, anywho, Reiko, no, and Iwa would be nice, but couldn't find any familiar faces. So, I know someone had a laugh getting Iwa at the festival, and that's all I'll say. My stats are not great, so let's take the stamina damage. Again, every event I don't remember, but sometimes I have flashes of remembering because I feel like, I've been in places before, and I definitely have. But hey. So what do I want to do here? I would love to hit something like this. I don't think I can, though. 90% for -1 all. Why am I saving it so many times? Or -2 all, but... Ugh. Can I fit a thing? No, I can't. Can I fit dodge is my next question, theoretically. Yeah, funny enough, again, I don't normally use dodge, but if it seems more efficient, which in this case, again, if I'm unlucky, it's not. Really unlucky, because the unluckiness here is not even dodge, it's me hitting this attack. So 70%. I'm gonna go for it. And then we get out, and we thankfully dodge the attack. 50%, right? Unless someone tells me otherwise, mainly the developer, but anyone who knows can let me know as well. But again, I feel confident when I say things like this, and I know that I'm uncertain a lot of the time, which is normally not good, say if you're writing an academic paper, but in terms of me making videos here, I want to put that out there, because again, anything could, even if I should be confident in doing things as I take the 4 dexterity and get a mangled hand, oh, that's gonna suck for Flood. Man, I don't want to take Flood for it, though. Ugh. Yeah, that just broke my train. Let me finish the thought then. But, so, yeah, oh, shoot. I had the thought and then I forgot it. Anyway, I want to say that's a lot of things running through my head, but I just really forgot. Also, getting bamboozled by Mangled Hand. Not really a bamboozle, just feeling bad that I got Mangled Hand at all. So, I mean, it's not guaranteed to proc as we get no bath and roads closed. Yeah, it's not looking good. So here I would take Nails next, but we're not gonna do that. I should take Nails now to get rid of, if not only to get rid of Mangled Hand, to get a boss mystery out of the way. At the same time, I would have... No, because I wanted to save things for Flood. So yeah, we'll do this. Mangled Hand shouldn't kill me, because I'll be resting until like 9-10 stamina anyway, unless an event obliterates me, but... if I miss this, sadness happens. 95%. But yeah, if I were to try to finish a thought, I mean, I'm not finishing a thought. If I don't, let me know. But, yeah, I have been watching people play World of Horror still. It's still been less than a week since the game's been released officially. As I get Young Witch. Actually, the box cutter would be nice. Unfortunately, well... So here's the thing, I'm just gonna brace because I'm going to defeat the Young Witch next turn anyway, and this is a very, very, very specific, because I didn't want to lose an extra point of damage from Mangled Hand. So, and that could have killed me. So, yeah, normally I would not do an empty turn with no damage, but that was a very, very specific case where actually attacking could have killed me. So, and because I could have, and that's also knowing that I could have, I did defeat the, or I do defeat the Young Witch in, thankfully the Theologist is in school, did defeat the Witch in the second turn, and I didn't need to deal damage to defeat the Young Witch, didn't need to deal damage in the first turn to defeat the Young Witch, basically. So we're gonna do this, because we have Mangled Hand, and also because I would normally do this anyway. And I should be done with this boss by 10 turns. Unfortunately, yeah, that's not going to put me in a great position, but I have to survive. So, we're taking one reason first, apparently, because that's just how they think. Oh, never mind, just 2, I guess. Just, that's fine. It's not. If I could brace into an attack, I would feel a lot more comfortable, but because I can't, I just have to go for broke. 65%, by the way. Let's see if we at least hit this. We do. And if Mangled Hand doesn't proc, that would be nice, but... Man, when Mangled Hand procs, it hurts a whole gosh dang bunch. So, let's get out. This is on top of a damage increase, right? I'm pretty sure I'm getting a damage increase. Am I not? I'm going crazy. Anywho. So a lot of my bad town effects have been front-ended, but I mean, I guess I'll just eat it. We'll reroll here because yeah, getting adrenaline would be very cool. That would give me a lot more freedom in encounters. That is any perk or effect that increases your time speed for a good cost anyway. Oh, painting mystery 5. I have a mangled hand still, man. Okay, well, again, I wouldn't normally do this, but not to prove a point, but to do things in the video, wrong phrase, is that I'm gonna do nails last. So, if I survive this, though, at least it shows you, because 36% doom on my 4th mystery, where we should be pretty good here. Unfortunately, Snoo Monster here wants to prevent me, but out of curiosity, 9. So I get 15. This is 17, so I think I can do the same thing here. So I can brace and then do nothing. So, but if that isn't enough, I should be able to kick too. So, nope, I can't. So, let's just hope. Okay, good. And we did lose 1 stamina, but we're running away from... I think we're going to run away from everything else. I only fought Snoo Monster because the Snoo Monster gives you 15 experience. And yeah, it does all damage, but I manage my resources so I can desperate action in 1 turn, so it doesn't hurt as much. The Funny Mask would have been nice, but we'll move on. We'll grab a light source as well. Doesn't hurt unless it does. And we'll move on. Because, yeah, it's highly likely we run into, a thing. And Puppet Matron is also probably second, right under or next to the easy encounter / Rumu Ghost. But dying to events would also not be great, but that's why we're trading Doom. We're on encounter lockout, so here's another event. Retreat from the room for reason. Good. That is reason. And we might run into an encounter, but if so, we can run away. Or just die here, but we don't die. We're on sudden death, but we don't die immediately there. So I'll take that. You might call it jank, but I'll take it. Also, we lost Bath a long time ago. 6th floor and something. Blood Moon. So we're definitely going to prep attack, or try to, as we go for ending A here. So, hopefully I don't have fetid fumes. Did I have fetid fumes? Contaminated water? No, we don't. So, I should just rest here, because again, we're just trying to display nails in this video. Although, we are trying to survive. This would also still be... This is largely efficient anyway, so moving on. Did I ever... No, I didn't, right? I don't think I ever set the police station anywhere. But we are on nails, so we won't be doing any Seaside Mansion, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, we don't have Gossip. Whoops! Hey, I guess I'll do another run. This recording's only been 30 minutes, even though I don't want to waste your time. We're gonna do a thing, so I guess we're doing another run. Hey, surprise! And veterans would have, or people who know probably already know. You don't need to be a veteran, so to know that you needed the schoolyard. But hey, and to be fair, I didn't need the school. I didn't need to not use the schoolyard because it wasn't like I was using the school nurse anyway. So yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna do a thing. So police station, I go. I just set something, I guess, while grabbing the handcuffs. And I move on. I should queue out of this run, but let's just do it. For no other reason than to display the mystery scaling. That way I can take Nails third and do ending A. And we can theorize about how bad it could have been. Also, that's an event that I really should remember because of a thing. Anywho, we should be able to, you know, comfortably do this. I'm not even going to do so much because I'm just so confident. So yeah, and we can immediately just do a thing, but let's just be sure. So we'll handcuff cultists, and away we go. So yeah, not much else to say. Although, again, eating 4 stamina as your last mystery, doesn't feel great. So let's avoid that next time, because I'm pretty sure the actual, or the improved boss there is a lot more painful, if not tankier. But I feel like it still does stamina damage. I guess we're going to find out in our last run. So... get out of my way, Takushi-san, kind of-ish. 34 time units, really? Well, away we go. I could have leveled up, that would have increased my accuracy immensely, but I'm just feeling lazy at the moment because, again, Nails is the, not the host, the important part of this run. So if I end up dying, so be it. But I feel confident. And away we go. Hey, Miku CG, but yeah, one more run, and let's... oop, I didn't set random timeline. That's fine, I guess. We'll just set random perk cards, because we're going crazy, and because we're doing ending A, let's do Knight Errant. So I remember to put the schoolyard as we do Goizo. I should do a new god, but as we get into Goizo, Knight Errant, all perks Moriko, don't feel that confident, so... Anywho. We'll still try to survive if for no other reason than for the sake of surviving. Second encounter, Charisma, Takshi-san, Dexterity, Strength, and maybe a Light check. But that's a lot of stat checks for a character whose stats are not as great. But hey, so at the schoolyard, so we can do Nails, ending A. And away we go. So we'll grab the rumor about ourselves. I think I got it there. And let's move on. Put on a cool jacket and warm jacket. And let's look for Nails. So... but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how bad it gets, because I know it can be bad, especially with the other 2 mysteries I'll be doing. That should come out later today at the time of this video's release. But, yeah, Nails wouldn't be the hardest, but it definitely can still eat a chunk out of you, on Harbinger anyway. So, yeah, watch out for that. Can I please get Nails? That would be really nice. Yeah, there it is. Nail, Scissors, Flood, again, Teacher, and Footage. Ugh. Footage, Flood, Nails, if I'm really stuck on doing Nails. I mean, Teacher and Scissors isn't great either. So, potentially, 4 boss mysteries. Man, I mean, I'm not triggered or mad or anything. It's just, I guess, to be more accurate, I'm kind of miffed that people are like, wow, we get more mysteries where we're not stuck in a location. Well, which is a thing, too. That's another, not pet peeve, but annoyance. I'm thinking what I want to do first. Yeah, in this specific instance, if we were on Herald, I would take Footage first. The reason for that is because you have a much higher probability of getting roads closed on Herald if you want to take Footage 4th or 5th, which is what I want to do to avoid these bosses smacking me in the face. And assuming Scissors could be on Timeline B, we can do Teacher, Flood, Nails is the plan. Or Teacher, Nails, Flood. I mean, I'm not stuck to a hard rule. Normally I'd take Flood 3rd, but if nothing else, let's do some science, right? So let's grab this Blessed Shell, which should help me, all things considered, with the bosses, but hey. So overall 6 Doom decrease, we'll take it. We don't have Akamanto this run. But yeah, to complete the thought, yeah, yeah, we don't have as many mysteries bringing us to special locations, therefore locking us out of police station and things like that, which is good. But on the flip side, if we're being forced to fight bosses for more mysteries, that's, yeah, I would agree, would be the lesser of 2 evils if someone were to say that, but it does still drastically increase the difficulty of Harbinger if you get those things. So let's just increase Doom for now. We are Moriko, so we spend... Oh, I should have said Legal Den, but we do spend less Doom because we don't have to get a weapon from a store. We'll save that for later, and move on. So investigate downtown twice. We're not going to do that. I could, maybe there's a reason to, but I've just started leaning into not doing so. To try and save on Doom is the bigger reason. But we will make use of this. Also, I can also address a bug while we're here, which I think is still active. Inspiring Novel will save for actually Flood. But, so yeah, if you... Apparently, I mean, there are still, I think, other inventory bugs, but one I know for sure. We could test out here, but I don't want to die, so I'll just explain it. So if you throw away or throw an item, maybe even still throw away an item, but definitely if you throw an item for damage, but you have the same... literally same name of an item equipped. So say this old shotgun, if I instead had the broken bottle equipped, it doesn't actually take away from your inventory. I can kind of think of reasons why, but it would be guesswork basically. So it's up to the developer to fix that bug. But you can kind of, I mean, if you have some experience with programming, you can kind of guess why that might be. Because then, yeah, it would, if I say, again, 4 broken bottles and I throw one while having a broken bottle, my inventory would still say I have 4 out of 4, and therefore I basically lose a slot in inventory. But it's not happening for now. And again, I noticed that before 1.0, right before 1.0, I saw that it happened a lot more often as we improvise for items here. Or it didn't happen to me a lot until I started doing a thing. And that thing was specifically, now that I think about it, equipping one of these said improv items and then throwing said improv items. I didn't notice it at first, but then someone brought it up that I trust in the community, so I believe them when they say that that's the bug that's happening, which hasn't actually been fixed yet, so we'll see in the next update. But while we're here, we'll continue improving. I think usually about turn 19 to 21 is when you're full up on them. I'm just making absolute sure because I do need all this ammunition for this gosh dang intense run that's going to be happening to my face. So we'll improv one more time and then we'll defeat the Dullners. I shouldn't need any other items, so even the handcuffs I shouldn't need. 12 damage is still more than enough usually anyway, especially for Mordico, who has a high damage shotgun weapon. And in my opinion, one of the only good firearm weapons relative to, you know, the game as a whole. Some weapons would be great, but you don't get them immediately, usually. So, hey. Also, nice 11 roll there. Pretty cool, but hey. I also have to remember to censor something, so let me just make a quick note. Anywho, I could shoot this immediately as well. I mean, no, I don't want to because I might be able to brace. Although if I can't, I mean, I could do this as well. So I throw 3 of these and we should be good. Because Moriko at least gets to attack boost 3 times. I almost did prep attack. She doesn't get that immediately. But you can do 3 attack boosts, which is normally good enough. And away we go. So, yeah, unfortunately I can't. I think 6 is the strength threshold. Because 80 into 80 into 117. Because another point of strength would reduce it by 8, but I can't do that, so I keep trying to save this action. I don't know why. But anywho, moving onward. So we'll lose 6% Doom. We do have Flood, so Doom won't increase as much, although we are on timeline, or we are on Knight Errant. So we're receiving extra Doom. But still, in Flood, however, it is still Doom efficient, or at least HP efficient in general, to rest, so anywho, but if you are scared of Doom, you could go for ending A. I'm not still, so here we are. I think Moriko does get this. Yeah, Moriko does get this. Doesn't really get me as much, but I'm topped off on stamina. I don't really care. So, prepares to tackle me, but I tackle him first with the butt of the gun. And, yeah, let's move on. So, school. Things. Agents of Goizo, so be it. I didn't have access to storage. I actually should have taken ammunition out, but this might still be fine. So let's find out. Take a detour for Doom. The Theologist is in the school. I actually wasn't looking for a moment, but that would have been nice. I think that lowers Doom when you succeed that event, but that didn't happen, so yeah, no, we'll just rest till the end. Or we can get out now. We're topped off, so hey. So we're at 49% Doom after this mystery, but we'll see what else we can do. Funny enough, because we don't have, because Scissors could be on Timeline B, we might just die to Doom. But at least I'll do Nails, or ending A of Nails, hopefully. And that will be cool. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a bad boss to shoot. Unfortunately, I don't do enough damage, so let's see if it matters. I think it does. Unless I miss both 90%. But, hey, I'm doing 90% this whole fight. Kind of makes sense. At this point, though, no, I still want to just take the Guaranteed out. So we're going to do this, plus throw the Broken Bottle. And yeah, it definitely would have saved me on resources, but it's too late now. No bath, so be it. We don't have roads closed yet, so that's, again, thankfully that hasn't happened. We do have the Gruesome Totem, but that can only help me so much, so into Nails I go. So we need to gather gossip. That'll cost Doom here. I guess in that regard, If this takes too long, then you might as well have taken a non-ending A, which is something that is possible, I guess. So, yeah, it would have been better for us to not do ending A, but hey. So yeah, that's the rumor I want, and I pretty much spent 6 doom, so I got Knight Errant penaltied anyway. But again, there are pluses and minuses, but I mean, if you went there and didn't get the rumor, then obviously you'd lose more doom. That's the third option, but yeah, this isn't great either. So let's keep throwing ammunition. I think this would actually save me a lot more resources. However, I can eat one of these, so let's do that. Hopefully I hit this 90%, right? There's no way I missed that many 90%, I say, as I proceed to miss, so I don't mind losing 2 stamina. Let's see if I miss again, though. Okay, good. And then we should be able to get out. I'm shaking my head in real life right now as I lament the fact that I've missed. That wasn't like 90%, right? Even if we add in the attacks from the thing. Also, yeah, we have all perks. That's right. I don't want to rest though, so we'll just go full RNG. And I actually should have healed Reason probably, but it's too late. So I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Lowering Doom would be nice, but when you fail, you just lose more stamina, so hey. Oh, I should have popped the Inspiring Novel here. I was supposed to pop it in Flood. Whoops. That's what I get for forgetting. But, as long as we have 12 throw damage, sorry, we should be fine. Well, I rolled a 12. Nice 12 roll game. But, I shouldn't need to use the Inspiring Novel. That will be saved for an ending A or a timeline B or A scissor. Sorry, I'm going crazy. Let's heal Reason, and then yeah, let's fight this other one. I'm pretty sure this is a human too, but let's find out if 12 damage is enough. It looks like it is, and I think it is tankier. Oh no, it's not a human enemy. Never mind. That's undead or monster. I can't remember. Anywho. We get really close to being able to shoot it in one. Actually, we do. Why does this happen? I thought it said 15 damage before. Am I going crazy? Why? I don't play Moriko. I'm not a Moriko main. Anywho. Well, here we go. We get Void. I often forget about it. Let's try not to, but we might still forget about it. So, as we dodge the Knight Errant penalty, let's take Scissors now. And, yeah, let's find out. So, what timeline? Timeline A. So, we can get ending A as well, so we definitely avoid the thingy. And we might as well equip this now. Handcuffs, Blessed Shell, Energy Drink. I mean, I guess I might as well carry all of that stuff. We also have a Bat to throw. But if need be, I mean, if we don't lose a lot of Doom in Scissors, we can use the Blessed Shell with more comfort. However, if Doom increases like that event, yeah, I'll be more hesitant to use it. Oh, you know what? Funny enough, we're gonna enter because we can do a double thing. So, oh, thankfully we're not in Frostbite Land. And I'll trade stamina here. Also because, I mean, I'll admit it, I don't remember the other 2 choices because you just roll for Katana. But anywho. The question is, I can go for it 90-90. I mean, we've done nails already, so if I die here, it's not so much. That'll just be the end of the video. So, thankfully, we seem to be hitting 90%. So, or we seem to be hitting the actual theoretical probability of 90%. And yeah, this is just a bunch of oof. We do have footage last. Do I want a pack of cigarettes, maybe? Probably. So you know what? We're actually going to take this. However, I need to heal stamina to survive at all. So we'll do that. And yeah, and then we proceed to just lose that stamina. This does allow me to Desperate Struggle. What I'm scared of is just dying to stamina outright, but we're going to find out. So, I did use the Inspiring Novel, right? Well, we're going to find out. Oh, because, yeah, that was... No. Okay, yeah, so because I used the Inspiring... Did I use the Inspiring Novel nails? I did. That's why my fire did 2 more action. Anywho. Yeah, this is well worth the... Well, not well worth the doom, but... I think this one-shots her. It does. Even on the 4th mystery. So, we'll do that. So, 5 doom... so, ultimately, I just took 5 doom. But... to avoid Knight Errant and taking too much damage... well worth it. So, if it was the horror version, then yeah. And we get to save the bat as well, which is nice. If I want a pack of cigarettes, which I can't currently get at the moment, but if I do this, we can definitely get it now. So, Curse Signs, so be it. What did we get for a spell? Ghostly Spear. Now that we have Curse Signs, it's gonna hurt, but hopefully we won't need to do that. So, grab a pack of cigarettes. Unfortunately, because we're in footage, I don't want to smoke it immediately. And we're actually gonna... do we have roads closed? No, we don't. So let us switch... No, it won't do anything. Because it costs 2 Doom to go into the police station, and Doom increases by 2 overall, plus with the threat level here anyway, if you get what I mean, for visiting the mansion twice. We do get a Demon Mask for our trouble, but how much that's really going to help us, we'll find out in a hot moment. So yeah, I could end up just dying to Doom here. We'll see, though. It would be nice to do that, but we're going to do this instead. I could try to throw a Hail Mary. Do I want to? No, I can't even. I get close. If I had smoked the cigarettes, I would have been able to, but because I didn't, we're just going to take the free out, because I'm going to Desperate Action next turn for a lot of damage. So 13 damage, I believe. Yep, because even though it says 7, that's 6 plus 1 due to Demon Mask, so away we go. Explaining for anyone who doesn't know, also while filling time, right into a back-to-back encounter. Nice. I think I still need to do this. The question is if I can Desperation into a double attack. The answer is no, not without taking a risk. But I think I have to take it. So this is 9 damage per 80% chance. I'm not even gonna throw. Well, hey, cool. So I'm dead here. Well, no, I'm not. I have a lump of flesh, so we'll eat it. And Mousy Look doesn't hurt so much, so yeah. Thankfully, we survived by the lump of flesh. And hopefully we don't run into an encounter here. I would like to smoke cigarettes after entering the forest, please. That would be great. And then we have fungal growth, but we won't hit 8 max reason, I'm pretty sure, so let's move on. Do I have anything else? We have an energy drink. I mean, I get it. Just to not get shot, we'll drink the energy drink in case we run into that event. I think I've already run into it once, as we rolled an 11 on knowledge. Again, we've already done nails for this video, so it's fine. Oh, we do have Ghostly Spear, by the way. Ghostly Spear plus a gamble, big gamble. No, because I can do this. Again, I don't want my Doom to increase. That's mainly why I'm worried here. Although this is guaranteed now with the cigarettes, so I guess we'll find out, right? Because if I didn't have Takshisan, I might have actually just smoked the cigarettes earlier. Again, why knowing things is important. We don't have an ally with us, right? We don't. So we'll take 1 into every stat. So that allows me to increase my stats while I can heal Reason more comfortably. But we'll see. Strength, success, and again, we're hoping to get out early, but the game is deciding that, no, stay in this forest and die. So, I might have wanted to trade Doom there, and here is the run. So, we're gonna run, and another mangled hand for this video. 4 runs, right? I think I did 4 runs. Sorry this video's taking so long, but if you're enjoying my video, so be it. Yeah, because then we're gonna get a Doom increase. And footage is also another mystery where your Doom can just... It's better to not get any A, because if you're unlucky in shops, you're spending more Doom there. So, anyway, moving on. So, yeah, that'll be the end of this video. If nothing else, we can end. I can do end of video stuff while you're waiting here, sitting here waiting. Whether I survive or not, I mean, I know I can survive here, but... let's just be sure, actually. So, 3 reason, blah. Yeah, we should be able to survive no matter what. If not, I don't really care, because we've done the objective for this video. So... yeah, if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would help me out the most, as I'm tripping up on things. But otherwise, yeah, not really much else to say. If you have any ideas or you want to see me do a certain video, you're free to suggest it. Right now, my queue is a little held up, again, because I'm the only one editing, rendering, in charge of my videos, basically, so, hey. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, you're free to comment and stuff. If you want to support me, that would help me out the most. Otherwise, I mean... Hey, it's all cool, right? So, I should be able to do 15 damage here still. And I could have also handcuffed Takshi-san, but we didn't need anything else. Oh, we're dead. So, yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later!